In this video, we're going to show you how to use Skywa Manager to set up a check-in kiosk for your office using a tablet. This is the kiosk we will create for AA Animal Hospital. It is designed for an office that doesn't have a receptionist, or even if you have one, you want to provide self-service check-in. In this case, we are setting up a vet's office with two doctors, Dr. Doolittle and Dr. James Harriet, and also a kennel manager. When customers arrive to your lot, they will walk to the kiosk, click check-in, and enter their name. You can also have a form show up that they need to fill out to fill in other information, like information about their pet or something like that, or you can just have them fill their name and check in. At that point, the appropriate doctor or kennel manager will receive a notification on their phone that the customer has arrived. So let's get started on the phone setting up the kiosk. On this screen, we see a tablet on the left and a phone on the right, both running Skywa Manager. We are going to use the phone to set up the kiosk functionality, and then we'll use the tablet to run it when we're done. For this video, we've already created the business and added the users. There are other short tutorials on our YouTube channel if you need help setting this up. In this case, we've added 3 users, Dr. Doolittle, Dr. Harriet, and Sally, who's one of the kennel managers. To set it up is quite straightforward. You click on Edit Business Information, and what you need to do is set up appointment types for each person. So if you wanted a different check-in button for Dr. Doolittle and a different one for Dr. Harriet, you'd set them up as appointment type. So we're going to set up 3 appointment types, one for each person. To do that, you just click on Add Appointment Types, and then the kiosk allows you to show a picture for each appointment. And so we're going to get a picture from the photo library for Dr. Doolittle, and then we'll type his name in here, Dr. Doolittle. The appointment duration is not important. We'll just put 15 minutes. And then notification receiver. What this does is it allows you to get an alert on your phone when somebody checks in. So you don't have to have somebody at the front desk. And so who do you want to alert when somebody checks in for Dr. Doolittle? So in this case, we're going to alert Dr. Doolittle when they check in. You can also require them to enter their phone number and enter their appointment time, but we're going to leave those as optional. So let's save Dr. Doolittle. So now we'll add the second person, Dr. Harriet. So we go here and we pick his picture, Dr. Harriet, put his name down here, Dr. Harriet. Duration again, 15 minutes. We'll make him the receiver of his notifications for him, save that. And then we're going to make one more for the kennel manager, and the kennel manager may be different people on different days. So instead of a picture of the kennel manager, we're just going to use a logo, and we're going to say kennel manager, and we'll say the duration is 15 minutes. And in this case, we'll have Sally get the alert when somebody checks in for the kennel manager. So that's it. We've set up these 3 appointment types. So we're just going to hit save, and we're going to go back to operate the queue here so you can see what it looks like when somebody checks in. So right now there's nobody checking in. What we're going to do on the iPad now is we're going to view kiosk mode. So you just click on the last option, view kiosk mode, and it allows you to put a password in here so that your users can't break out of the kiosk mode and into the app. That's what the kiosk would look like, and obviously if you had more appointment, these will spread across the screen and down, but right now we only have 3, so they take up most of the screen. And then when you just go to check in, you just click check in here, and it asks for your name. We'll put Ted D is checking in for Dr. Doolittle, and it comes and it says check-in message is successful. In this case, it shows that Ted D is arrived. Because we're doing this demo on a simulator, the alert, when you get a alert message that says you arrived, so you don't actually have to have the app open to get the alert when they've arrived. You can click on this and you can see that this appointment is in fact for Dr. Doolittle. If we wanted to check somebody in for Dr. Harriet, let's say we're checking in Mark S. We're going to skip the time and the date, and we're going to check Mark S in, click OK, and then we'll check in a person for the kennel manager. So let's check in Jimbo C, and we'll check in. So now you can see these 3 people have checked in for their appointments. You can query here if you just wanted to see Dr. Harriet's appointments, or if you just wanted to see Dr. Doolittle's appointments, or if you want to see all appointments, you can say show all. And that's really it for the check-in flow. Now, depending on what you wanted to do from here, you have a couple of options. You can just click on these buttons and delete them, just to delete the reservation, and they'll go away. Or you can move them to in-facility while you're working with them, and then when they're done, you could actually move them into a completed state. And what this would allow you to do is track kind of how long your appointments are and what time people checked in. So just depending on what you want to do, in case you might want to just move this directly to completed. So that's really all the workflow, quite straightforward to do, that allows you to put a kiosk at your entrance and allows people to check in so that you maybe don't have a receptionist and you're back in the office and you can get a notification on your phone when somebody has arrived. Skywa, changing the way the world waits.